Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lab Classic Remastered. This time take a look at the 1994 Tom's Angel T01. This car was requested by R2D2 and yeah, this is a curiosity. This is Tom's first and, as far as I'm aware, only built from the ground up sports car. And this was done as a present to themselves. So there's still bits of Toyota in here, obviously the engine's from a Toyota and, you know, lights and fixtures. You can basically play the game of which Toyota is that from. But it's a bespoke mid-engined sports car, not based on any other Toyota. So, interesting. Unfortunately, this probably won't do too well because it's very Lotusy in its statistics, but we'll find out. It makes 248 horsepower. It is mid-engined rear-wheel drive, 644 kilos, very light, decent amount of power for that. So it'll be interesting to see how this gets along. It is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Toyota Celica rally car, which says I'm a 27.552. The Tom's Angel T01 is unlikely to beat it. We might just call it the Angel from now on during this. But it's quite a strange looking car, this, with its very high up rear end. It almost looks like sort of the rear end, they realised at the last minute if they make it too low it wouldn't pass like crash restrictions or something. So I had to make it a bit higher up. I'm not really sure what was going on with the thought process there, but there was definitely a thought going on. So in terms of where this is going to go, Lotus Sleases, which is sort of what we looked at last time when we ran the Elan. 31.5, 31.8 for the Sport 135. Toyota MR2s, also not doing too hot around here. I think the slowest or the quickest naturally aspirated MR2s we've had have been somewhere around the early 32s, so 32.088. I think the MR Spider may have got underneath 32 seconds. So I'm guessing somewhere in that region. Now it should be pointed out the MR Spider and the MR2 naturally aspirated both make significantly more power than this. This does weigh a lot less, but they do make significantly more power, which is something to bear in mind. Because weight's not really an issue around here, as we've been sort of finding out as time's gone on. It doesn't really matter how much a car weighs. It will still, you know, a car will do what it's going to do. It's all about handling. It's all about having a good chassis, preferably four-wheel drive, and a good amount of power. And that'll do you well around here. Hence why stuff like the GT90 has been at the top of our leaderboard before. This is very... I hate to say it because, you know, it's going to become the buzzword of this episode, I guess. It's very Lotusy to drive. It's very sort of... It doesn't really like the bumps. You can tell it doesn't weigh anything. The power is not as fierce as you'd think, considering the power to weight ratio on this. It's quite a hard car to... It's a hard car to get a lot of speed out of. It's not too bad to drive, per se. But it's, yeah, a little bit strange. We'll try and get something going on this final lap. But it's definitely a low-tier sports car. I think the Tommy Kyra ZZ3, which we haven't had go around, but sort of very similar, low-volume, mid-engined thing with not a lot of power, that will probably play quite similar to this, if I had to guess. Ah, that's too much. Bollocks. Ah. I knew as soon as I did that I'd taken a little bit too much out of that corner. That would have been quicker on that final lap as well. There's probably a little bit in there, but alas, it won't quite do it. Sorry, that's my incompetence there, but the rules are the rules. They all get 6 laps, and unfortunately that one is just me trying to take a little bit too much time out of it. But yeah, I think it, you know, that's probably a 31.9. I don't think it would have gone much quicker than that. But that is quite annoying. 32.073 places this into 214th place. Goes between the Mugen CRX Pro 2, which is another car, R2D2, requested actually, and the Subaru Pleo. It is very slightly slower than the MGF, which, to be honest, it shouldn't be. It should be a little bit quicker than that. But unfortunately, it won't quite be. It's quicker than the MR Spider. It's quicker than both of the naturally aspirated MR2s we've had. Actually, quicker than an 89 MX5. Slightly slower than Del Sol, Pulsar. It is right around that area that you'd expect a sort of basic Japanese sports car to sit into, so it hasn't done too bad. It is quicker than cars like the Suzuki Cappuccino, Mazda AZ1 and the Honda Beat, so that's to its credit as well. So yeah, bit of a shame we couldn't get more out of that, and it's a real... quite angry over that last lap because that would have been quicker, but unfortunately not to be for the Tom's Angel T01. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.